Hi, it's Loren from NorthShoreInsider.com. So, if you're out there in the dating world on the North Shore, you got to be prepared. You got to know what you're talking about, and you also got to take some precautions. Today we're going to meet with Bruce Graham, and he is actually a private detective. And what that means is he's going to share with us some insider tips on how to be smart and what kind of cues and signals you might want to watch out for as you enter into the dating world here on the North Shore. So give us a minute and we're going to turn it back to Bruce. Hey there, Bruce.
Hi, Loren.
Thank you so much for meeting with North Shore Insider today. And I've never met a private detective before, so I'm very curious about what you do and what your firm specializes in.
Okay, well, the company's name is ETS Investigative Services, and we do a variety of investigative services. We also do things, especially in the dating area. We have been getting a lot of calls from women, especially in the North Shore, who are dating people, and they find after whatever period of time they've been dating, they really don't know that much about who they're dating, and they're asking us to do some background checking on the individuals.
Okay, here we are, and here's the scenario. I'm about to go out on a date with somebody I've never met before, and so I want to play detective and be smart before the date happens. What should I do?
There are a few things you can do, Loren. What I would say, again, if you were my sister, I would say, number one, Google the guy. Just Google his name and find out, is there any background information that pops up. Where does he work? What type of work does he do? He might belong to some professional association. And hopefully in your chatting or in your telephone conversations, you're going to find out where he's worked. There are people possibly you know in common. Get as much background information as possible.
Okay, so now I've gone on this date and I'm having a wonderful time, but what are some of the kind of key signals, clues, and cues that I should be thinking about as I'm meeting this person, and what should stand out to me?
Okay, and we're just going to highlight them, but I think there are things that actually happen to you very naturally. You're going to start asking this individual questions about himself, and if he becomes evasive, if you can't get a straight answer, you say, well, tell me about your past relationships. Well, I don't really want to talk about that. Okay, well, tell me something about your job. You know what, I'd rather talk about you. Well, 1, 2 times, that's kind of a nice thing, but after the 3rd or 4th time, if he's not going to reveal anything about what his work life is like, that kind of sends up the red flags. I think that most women, especially, have a sense that there's something amiss, but you don't want to occur as paranoid. There comes a point, though, where you've really tried to get information, or, you're trying to get a hold of the fella at a certain time, and you just can't, and again, I would encourage you to trust yourself. Begin to trust yourself a lot sooner than you think you might. We all don't want to occur as paranoid, but I would say the red flags go off sooner, and especially if you have children. And this is a man that you're going to be bringing into your home. You want to know something about him. If he's been married before, you want to know about his previous married life. Is he forthcoming about it? Does he have a relationship with his children? If they're older, does he still have a relationship with his children? Does he have a relationship with his ex-wife? You really want to get kind of a full picture. If he's not forthcoming, that would raise the red flags for me.
Okay, so Bruce, these are all really helpful, practical pieces of advice. And in this, fast-paced world where there's internet and all these things, how can we use the tools that are available to us to further find out about this new person that's now in your life?
Okay, good questions, Laura. We already talked about Googling the person. A lot of information is on Google, and Google is just a source that leads you to other trails. We use it all the time as investigators, so you can do your own investigation that way. Another one is MySpace. Employers have been finding out that prospective employees have put some interesting things up on MySpace. You don't know what somebody's been putting up on MySpace, so you might take that individual's name and put it up there. What you also want to do is, now you've dated the person a few times. Probably they've driven you to a restaurant or they've met you and they've driven their vehicle. You want to get their license plate information. All of this is in the event that something occurs and we have to reproduce who you were with. It doesn't help to have the basics. Later on, you guys get married, you laugh about what you did to protect yourself, but you know what? What the heck? Better safe than sorry.
Absolutely. Well, Bruce, I just want to also make sure that people, in addition to finding you to help with any kind of dating or any kind of relationship issues, know how to contact you and know just a little bit more about what types of services you might be able to help them with.
Great. So again, the name of the investigation agency is ETS Investigative Services. Edward, Tom, and Sam. We're at 847-256-0016. We have a website. It's www.etsinvestigate.com. It lists a bunch of our services. And on the business side, we work primarily through law firms. Attorneys tend to be our regular bread and butter clients. We do personal injury work, we do criminal defense, and we do intellectual property investigations.
I just want to say thank you so much, and I guess your parting words I'll summarize for you if you don't mind. Better be safe than sorry, be smart, and keep your wits about you, and glean as much information as you can as the process naturally unfolds, but don't be blind to the signals and the cues that are all around you, and happy dating.
Absolutely.
Thanks again. Bye-bye.